But if you zoom on down, Elune?
Wielder of Elune?
Elhu? Elhu? So, yeah, I mean, there's not much here other than Prince Renathal is sort of saying that the Stone Rite is wielding Elune's power.
I think there was a book that followed up on this that was Datamant. I don't know if it's here.
Might be up at the top.
Somewhere else. It might be up at the top, but it was something about... No, it's not here. It was something about how I think Renathal is possibly confusing the Stone Rite with another version of the Stone Rite, like a prior one.
Oh, okay.
That was like the original Harvester of Wrath. I think I read that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm losing my marbles. I may have dreamt that, but there's definitely something going on a little bit deeper than just the Stone Rite was a wielder of Elune's power. So, how's Revendreth got Elune power? Were they a Night Warrior in the past and went here instead of, were they a Night Warrior that really, really, really shit the bed and were so full of pride about, maybe, they destroyed an entire planet to save someone or something with Elune's power, and then, were proud of it, and very, very garish, like the sort of motivations for doing what they were doing. Maybe they ended up in, Revendreth, I forgot the name for a second, but Ventirland, Revendreth, as a result. So, it's awkward, but it's like, this is literally just like this, those 3 letters and then those 2 dashes is just...
They're teasing, they're playing with us.
And it works. That's what's annoying me so much. I've spent so many brain cycles thinking about what is this, what is going on here, what are they trying to tell us? What does this actually mean for, Elune? Is this a event there who actively wields arcane, actively wields maybe something vaguely, has access to some vague light-like power? Then what's going on with the light coming into,
It's like we covered it last stream, like Elune has got connections to light, to life, to arcane, which is like half of the cosmic sort of pantheon of forces. I don't think Elune... Well then, is this Night Warrior trying to say that Elune has got maybe connections to other things? Sort of hard to say. We're fairly sure, based on the book that Khadgar found in Legion, that Elune made the Prime Naru, so Elune's definitely got something to do with the light. There is a Titan hiding out in Elunaria. The Tears of Elune is a Titan pillar of creation, so there's obviously stuff going on there. Yeah, Blizzard, you know how to tease us. They really do. If you zoom on up, there's the data mined letters from the Primus.
Yes.
Which...
let's go with the Renathal one.
Yeah, so the unseen guests walk among us again. We've not ascertained the long-term goals, nor how aware we are of how long it has been since they've returned to the Shadowlands, or if they even truly left. I've dispatched the Mawwalker and Baroness of the House of Eyes with experience in hunting Nathrazim. So, pretty neat. We're going on a Dreadlord hunt, and the Primus, he's the smart dude. He's the actual one that he's got his shit together. And unlike, say, the Archon, he's not arrogant. The Primus is almost certainly the, best of the Eternals. That's like why he was the one that needed to be getting rid of the earliest.
Well, I guess, if he is the leader of the military wing of the Shadowlands, he's going to be the one first off the post to defend it. And, what do you expect? Imagine if Jocko was locked away and comes back to, 3 other dudes, and it's just right, he's up at 4 a.m, he's like, right, let's get it.
Yeah. So it's, it is actually really cool seeing the Dreadlords finally come into the game again. And there are some big thoughts. There's Varamathras getting tortured in Antorus and, all that stuff. Which is fun when we look back in that with the full context of Varamathras is sitting there as a spy being tortured. There are some implications there.
Big.
Did they actually find out what was... were they trying to actually get the truth out of Varamathras when they were torturing him in Antorus?
So...
Not sure, but...
based on what he said, I would say no. He very much seems like he's completely, he's completely lucid. He's completely, either that or maybe very, what's the term? coming to terms with the end of his existence there, because he speaks so very openly with us.
Yeah.
Maybe he has spoken to them, but I did just think there's something. There's clearly a link that we probably haven't learned enough of to figure out where the link is, but who was literally down the hall and through a quick teleport away from the Titan of Death? Renathal. So
shit, yeah.
It was that actually, did they learn something from Renathal or from the dreadlords? And then is that why Argus was, is that now why they went, all right, time to accelerate plans, get Argus out, he's not ready, but get him out now?
Well, it does, it makes me think about what I think the Titans were doing, which was, I think they were trying to emulate the first ones, which is why there's a Titan of Death. Or maybe, well, not emulate, because it's not like Amanthul was like, hello there, Argus, you're the death one, because Argus was an egg.
Yeah.
But there's obviously something inherent there. Yeah, I have to wonder if the first ones, I don't know, they knew they were dying, so they imbued their souls into some new thing for the next generation of the cosmos. It's really hard to say, but there is there's far more of a parallel between the first ones and the Titans, it would seem to me anyway, than there is like first ones and Pantheon of Death. Even though Blizzard have told us that the Titans and the Pantheon of Death are basically same power level.
The Titans would have just had grander machinations, because the Eternal ones don't seem to be going around, or the Pantheon of Death don't seem to be going around looking for new members to join them.
Yeah, they're ambitious. They know their job.
Yeah, they're pretty handy with their role. And the Titans kind of are, but their role is, they're seeking growth. But I can't help but wonder if maybe Argus's involvement with Death is as a relation or related to direct influence from the dreadlords.
That'll be interesting.
Maybe, because I'm trying to think of how Argus would be imbued with that in any capacity. I can't figure anything out, which means there might be something playing.
Well, if you think about the awakening of Titans, the first thing to awaken was time. Amanthul. The start of the universe, what happens? Well, just sort of the clock starts to tick.
Yeah, with him.
And I don't know who is. But if you sort of think about those, you'd almost wonder, was Aenar life one of the last batch of Titans to waken up? I wonder if they'd have some sort of little parallels going on there of the development of the universe and then the development of the Titans.
Yeah, so maybe there's maybe world souls weren't out of nothing. Maybe they were planted. Maybe there's a full pantheon of Titans. There's Argus was maybe naturally death, and then Azeroth's the final one, the key to bringing them all together, and
Azeroth, Titan of Balance theory.
Someone said, or Titan of Balance, or chromatic ability to master everything, something like that. That would certainly be.
I hope they don't do Chromatic Titan, because we don't need Medan, but the size of a planet.
It's Azeroth awakens, and it's just like everyone expects to be famous. Like, no, it's a dude. And he's like, oh yeah, Azeroth. Just call him Medan.
Yeah, and you can't sort of do a whole Superman Kryptonite thing because we've got Azeroth and Azerite, but we've sort of already done that. So that's most of that lore. Is there anything on the second page of that?
So we have here, this is what it was. It was to the Stone Right from the Primus.
Yes, Harvester of Wrath actually returned. Yeah, so basically it's just the Primus realize the dreadlords are up to their old tricks.
Yeah.
But what is funny is the Primus is obviously, if you look at that, the Primus is totally aware of the dreadlords and things that they're doing. Now that to me is big, because I've not actually done Maldraxxus stuff, because you know what, I like big colors and things, so Maldraxxus is the least appealing covenant to me. That's more the sort of place I want to go and kill everything.
Yeah.
Fitting. Yeah, like War 3. But when did the Primus get gone? When did
know.
Because if you
I do not remember.
If you think about, oh no, that's Prime Video. That's not where I want to go.
All right, everyone, we're just watching Stargate today.
Hell yeah! All right, Stargate watch along. Let's go. The reason why I bring this up is because I'm friggin' stupid. The Primus is the Rune Carver. The Rune Carver made all that shite. So here's the situation. There is the Primus obviously knew the dreadlords were doing their stuff because the House of Plagues fell, and the House of Plagues is where the Azerothian blight that's the grain, Kel'Thuzad, all that stuff came from. So the Primus obviously was taken out all of that time ago.
Yeah.
And then that is what allowed for all of the Lich King stuff to happen from Ner'zhul onwards. So
Kel'Thuzad to get involved.
Yeah, so the Primus is really returning to things with like full knowledge that he was taken out, his realm was compromised, and the compromisation of Maldraxxus in a way led to everything. Yeah. Because if there was no Blight, and there was no Arthas, there would be no Sylvanas. If there was no Sylvanas, and I guess it would just be Muzala and the Jailer just sort of chilling out, trying to make stuff happen with the Dreadlords. So, yeah, the Primus really is just so key to all of this. So I guess why it's exciting to have the Primus back. I mean, I've seen a bit of him in PTR, and I was just like, oh, the Primus, he's really cool, I like him.
Yeah, I can't help but think I've completely, in a good way, ruined the idea of the Primus for myself by comparing him with Jocko now. I'm just going to imagine just this old dude rocking up and just be like, right, we go. Him just like kicking down the door of the seat of the Primus and going, decentralized command! They're just going like, yes sir, we're on it. Oh my god.
Yes. That's certainly one way to read the Primus.
Yeah, that you know what? I'm pretty looking forward to seeing the Covenants come together if it is under someone so badass and just kind of go, right, let's go.
That's it. The Jailer's plan has succeeded. Good.
Oh dear.